This is the very first fighting game I ever got to play. I appreciate Art of Fighting. This opening was the very reason why I got into it. It was the very first fighting game that I went over to fighting game machine and I put a quarter in. Like, this is the very first fighting game I ever spent a quarter to play. And it was all because of this intro. Now I'm gonna yap about this game while I try to beat it. This very first guy on the screen, that's Rio and Toto. Toto is the police officer of Southtown. So this is Southtown. This whole thing takes place in Southtown. A lot of things take place at Southtown. If you're an SNK fan, Southtown, you know about Southtown. Oh man, I am playing horribly, but I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna get this done. Now, as you can see, my face is a little bloody right now. Oh, and that's the that right there, that fucking move. I am a fan of Taekwondo, so any kind of kick move like that, it just blows my mind. Oh man, now he's playing horribly. Look at that. So, you whooped on Toto because you need information about where Yuri went. Yuri is like Robert's friend's sister got kidnapped. Now Robert's pissed and he's trying to look for her. And the police officer is like, I don't know anything about it, but I met this gangster at this bar would. So he pointed you to a gangster in a bar. We're at a bar now. So this is Jack. He runs with the biker gang. He's obviously quite strong. He's devastatingly strong, but he's a putz. He's pretty clumsy. And that's when you take advantage of him. See, that's a powerful move, but it's clumsy. Yeah, in this game, there's facial damage. And that's like the first time you ever seen that in a fighting game, ever. Now, there's a lot of things this game did first that led me to spending that quarter. I just had to try this game. Like, look at that. Every time I do a special move, it takes a spirit. Like, we have a power gauge. That keeps us from spamming too much. Like, you can't spam in this game. That's freaking genius. And I don't know why that's gone. That should be in every fighting game. And this guy's like, I have nothing to do with that kidnapping, but I think somebody in Chinatown might know. That's basically what he said. So now we're gonna face some random kung fu master in Chinatown. Because we heard somebody about this. That's the whole story of this game. Like, I bet that guy knows, that guy knows. Alright, there's 3 types of special... Well, I gotta do this quick. Shit! Whew. So yeah, that's the button mashing minigame. But there's 3 mini games to do. If you do this one right, you get an extra health bar. Your health bar increases a tiny bit. You see that? This game even teaches you how to do the moves. Like, there were so many reasons why I spent that quarter. It even tells you how to do the moves. That's awesome. Why not? Now, this guy has a strange habit. He jumps too much. Like, all that flashiness is cool, but there are holes in it. Oh. That was pretty cool, actually. Yeah, he's super fast. But this is the strange habit I was telling you about. He likes to jump. You guys all know who King is, right? From King of Fighters? King from King of Fighters? Lee, after you beat Lee, he points you to her. I don't know why I'm giving you earlier spoilers. But whatever. Oh shit. Oh, yeah, at least so hyper. Okay, now he points you to King. Now in this game, King is thought to be a man because King's story is she always wanted to be a bouncer, but that job could only be given to males. So she pretended to be a male in this game. And it's like a big surprise when you find out she's a girl.
Round 1. Fight.
And by the way, this is the first appearance of everybody, like Robert, King, Rio, all of them. This is their very first appearance ever. Not in King of Fighters. Yeah, this is the first time anybody has seen Robert, King, Rio.
Round 2. Fight.
I was about to say somebody else, but that would have been a spoiler. And I don't want to spoil the end of it for you. I'll never do that. Unless I'm just being in a real dicky mode. I get upset sometimes when I make my videos. And sometimes you might get me at my... I don't know. Sometimes I'll be mean. Sometimes I won't care for you. Sometimes I'll just do what I want. And do a sloppy job. Then she's like, maybe this boxer guy. Now we're about to go fight a random boxer.
I hope Yuri's alright.
Who's guarding a gate. This guy is told to guard the gate by a military man, they say. Here's the second one. This is the bottle cut. This one's the hardest, if you ask me. Oh, actually, never mind. They're all pretty hard. Fucked it up. But, yeah, I was about to cut those bottles, and you would have had a cool effect, but I sucked. I'm stoned, I'm sorry. Yes, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. I'm not stoned. So yeah, let's fight Mickey. Shit, ow, he punched me in the face. He's really patient, isn't he?
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
You get a different kind of winning pose depending on how bad your face is beaten up. just thought I'd mention that. Man. I forget to mention this game's not easy. It's not. If you try this yourself, it's not an easy game.
They say there's a great mastermind in the military zone.
Team 6, the Guardian.
So here's the military man.
Round 1.
And yes, we're finally getting somewhere. The military man is definitely part of the gang that kidnapped Yuri. So now we're getting somewhere. Then Mickey's gonna say, "Oh, my boss is somebody else." Shit. Yeah.
If any master exists, I'll pulverize him.
Bonus game.
Alright, this is the very last bonus game. You get to do the infamous big fireball. This is the very first time you get to do this. And it's such a big deal that you had to practice it before you even get to play. This is Mr. Big. Now, if you take a look at his clothing, yes, he is actually the pimp of Southtown. Now, imagine that scenario. Would you want your girlfriend? Yeah. Frightening thought, right? That's why he's one of the mine bosses. This would be your first boss fight. And boy, that I just got, wow. So yeah, I don't want my girlfriend to be in the hands of a pimp. I don't. That's how come that big ass comeback just happened. Alright. He is kind of freaky. Now this guy is like, dude, Mr. Karate has Yuri. And we all know who Mr. Karate is, right? Now, I don't have all the time in the world, so if I lose to this guy too much, I'm just gonna have to call it quits. But here's Mr. Karate, and he's just 3 times the man you are.
Round one. Fight.
Jeez. I can't even get... Yeah, that's Mr. Karate for you. If I don't land a single hit again, I'm just gonna call it quits. He might do that. Man, just... You know what? I'm willing to try again.
青昇降権を得得せん限り、お前がわしを倒すことなどできるわ。
Good thing I mastered it, huh?
Round one. Fight.
Oh crap. So close.
Round two. Fight.
All hail Mr. Karate. I am done.